Hello everybody, welcome to Brain Pulp. My name is Ed and this is MTG Arena. Now we're going to be doing a sealed event. The Crimson Vow expansion just recently came out, so I'm going to be doing a sealed event for that. Now it has been ages since I played MTG Arena, and I actually logged on for the first time in I don't know how long the other day just to sort of make sure everything was running properly, and there was like a 6 gig download that I needed to do, so it had been a while since I played. So I also have very little insight into the new expansion. So a lot of these cards are going to be brand new to me, so this is, I'm really just basically jumping into the deep end here and seeing how things go. So hopefully it goes well. I'm definitely going to be doing at least one sealed event. If I can sort of squeeze in something else after that, that's great. If not, no big deal. But yeah, this is what we're going to do. So we're just going to kick things off, pay the entry fee. Are you sure you want to purchase this item? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And then we're going to open up our packs and see what we get. Okay, so the rare cards we have: Change of Fortune, sorcery, discard your hand, and then draw a card for each card you discarded this turn. Ulvenwald Oddity, Trample Haste, 4/4 for 4, which sounds good, and I can transform it into an 8/8 with Trample and Haste, and other creatures you can control get +1/+1 and have Trample and Haste. Mirror Hall Mimic, 3 in a blue, you may have Mirror Hall Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. It's also got Disturb 3. Disturb, you may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its Disturb cost. Sounds interesting. Possibility. I can also transform into Ghastly Mimicry. Enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except as a spirit in addition to its other types. If it would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. We have Demonic Bargain for 2 and a black. Sorcery, exile the top 13 cards of your library, then search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, and then shuffle. I mean, I don't see planning around that one, but, you know, we can always give it a shot. Stensia Uprising. At the beginning of each of your end steps, create a 1/1 Renhubit creature token. Then, if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice Uprising. When you do, it deals 7 damage to any target. I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm not super excited about pretty much any of these, except for, I didn't actually see the Howlpack Piper. This spell can't be countered. 1 in a green, tap it. You may put a creature card from your hand into the battlefield. If it's a wolf or a werewolf, untap Howlpack Piper. Activate only as a sorcery, daybound. And then it's a 4/4 at night. Whenever the creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Wildsong Howler, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So that's Nightbound. So green right now seems to be pretty strong. I don't mind Mirror Hall Mimic. So maybe blue-green. But let's go ahead and see what the rest of our cards are before we start to make too many decisions. Let's see here. We want to let's just look at the green that we have. Snarling Wolf, 1-drop with some upsides. Bramble Armor, which I remember from previous sets. Enters the battlefield, attach it to creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. The Disciple. Whenever another human enters the battlefield in your control, gets +1/+1 at the end of turn. Mulch, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand, the rest in the graveyard. That's great. This is a possibility if we end up going like more than 2 colors. Toxic Scorpion. It's a 1/1 Death Touch, and when it enters the battlefield, another target creature you control gains Death Touch at the end of turn. Could be kind of a sneaky trick. Witch's Web. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains Reach at the end of turn. Untap it. Apprentice Sharpshooter. It's got Reach and Training. What's Training? Training, whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Sheltering Boughs. Enchant creature. This battlefield, draw a card. Enchant creature gets +1/+3. Spiked Ripsaw. Okay. Spore Crawler. When it dies, draw a card. That's always nice to have sort of something that replaces itself, essentially. Oh, this is good. It's a mana producer. So add 2 mana of any one color. And then otherwise it's add 1 mana of any color. Okay, you know, this is good mana fixing. We saw the rare cards before. Cloak Cadet. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on humans you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Mold Graph Millipede. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, then put +1/+1 counters on the millipede for each creature card in your graveyard. That could be really good. That could hit the battlefield and be something pretty spectacular. Let's check out white and see what we have for white. Vigilant 1/1. Unholy Officiant. Vigilant. 1-drop. Adamant Will. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Could be an interesting trick. Perish Blade Trainee. It's got training. When it dies, put its counters on target creature you control. Okay. Twin Blade Geist. Double Strike and Disturb. And it turns into Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature has Double Strike. If Twin Blade Invocation would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Valorous Stance. Griff Rider, Flying and Training. I mean, the white's not bad for like sort of the sort of low cost creatures that we have here. Militia Rallier, can't attack alone. Whenever it attacks, untap target creature. This is Sigarda's Imprisonment. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Exile enchanted creature, create a blood token. So this is basically just a higher cost passivism with an extra upside. Supernatural Rescue has flash as long as I control spirit. Okay. When you cast a spell, tap up to 2 target creatures you don't control. Enchanted creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2. Angelic Quartermaster. So 3 and 2 white, flying 3/3. Enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures. I mean, that's not too bad. Heron Blessed Geist. Flying, exile it from your graveyard to create 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. Activate only if you control an enchantment and only as a sorcery. I mean, there's conditions to it, but still, it's not too bad. Let's see what we have. Brine Comber. When Brine Comber enters the battlefield, it becomes the target of an aura, or becomes the target of an aura spell. Create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. It's got Disturb. Enchant creature, whenever Gift enters the battlefield, or enchanted creature becomes the target of an aura spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Would be put in the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. And then Markov Waltzer. So for 2, a red and a white, get a 1/3 with flying and haste. At the beginning of combat in your turn, up to 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of turn. Okay. So let's look at what we have in the way of blue now. Cobbled Lancer. No, Lantern Bearer. For 1 blue, it's got a flyer. It's Disturb. Lantern's Gift. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. So that's not bad for the Disturb part of it. If Lantern's Lift would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it. Wash Away. Cleave. Cleave is, you may cast this spell for its cleave cost. If you do, remove the words in the square brackets. Okay, so counter target spell, and then we remove the brackets that wasn't cast from its owner's hand. Okay. Mischievous Catgeist. Oh, that's cute. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Disturb. Cat-like Curiosity. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Cat-like Curiosity would be put into a graveyard anywhere. From anywhere, instead, exile it instead. Okay. Steelclad Spirit. A defender. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield in your control, this can attack this turn as though it didn't have defender. Okay, so there is an upside to that. Wretched Throng, which is just some twisted artwork to this thing. John, good for training? What's good for training? Sorry, there's going to be a slight delay with the chat with what I'm doing, so I apologize for that. But thank you for dropping by into the chat. Wretched Throng, again, this is some twisted artwork on this particular card. When it dies, you may search your library for a card named Wretched Throng, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Kent, heyo, how you doing? Wow, this is 2 streams in a row. So you're at the late night stream, and now you're in the day stream. So hopefully you're getting some sleep somewhere in between there. But it's good to see you again. Chill of the Grave. Spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a zombie. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Draw a card. Stitched Assistant. When it exploits a creature, scry one and then draw a card. Exploit is when this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. Okay. Siphon Essence. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell. Create a blood token. I didn't even look at the blood tokens are. Discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. So it's sort of like a clue from back in the day. Kyle, hello, how's it going? Flying is good for training. Oh, that's right too, yeah. Oh, that's really good, yeah. I didn't think of that, because like I said, I'm way behind on the curve when it comes to what's going on with this set. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because it's essentially, one's got evasion, so you're almost always going to be able to do training with it. I have to keep that in mind. So if we end up going with cards that have training, I have to try to keep that in mind. Some things like that, some good flyers would be good enablers for them. Ghastly Mimicry, which we saw before. Scattered Thoughts. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of those cards in the hand and the rest into your graveyard. First was at 7 a.m. Now it's 9 p.m. So no. Oh, good. But I got some good sleep before. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so that's that. Then I've basically hit you as far as like streams go, right in sort of like the the sweet spot sort of thing. So streaming around this time and the late night streams work sort of well for you if you're up early enough. Whispering Wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Its ability to trigger only once each turn, but still. That could be interesting. There seems to be some good blue. Diver Scob. Exploit. When Scob exploits a creature, target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Screaming Swarm. Some twisted looking birds. Flying, and whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, target player mills that many cards. Oh man, I used to love playing mill decks. They're evil, but they're still not as evil as Land Destruction, so I don't feel too bad. Brine Comer. We saw this one before, didn't we? Enters the battlefield, it becomes the target of an aura spell, create a 1/1 spirit. Yeah, okay. We did see this. Wandering Mind. Now that's a really twisted looking flyer right there. Green blue seems perfectly decent. Yeah. So I mean, I was really happy with the blue rare cards and the green rare cards. I mean, there was some good stuff in white, but I have a bad habit of being immediately tainted by the rare cards I open and getting fixated on 2 colors. But the colors that I've seen so far with green and blue does seem to reinforce blue-green being a very good option. Wandering Mind is a 2/1 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from it, and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. That's nice. I like Izzet as well, too, but... so what haven't we looked at? We haven't looked at black. Blood Fountain enters the battlefield, create a blood token, sacrifice, return to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Persistent Specimen. Turn Persistent Specimen from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This could be good if we end up going with some sort of like sacrificing mechanics type of thing. It just basically fuels itself for an additional 3 mana, which you know, again, I mean, just the number of black cards we have, probably not going to go black unless there's something really, really good that we can splash. Doom Dissenter. When it dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Ragged Recluse. At the beginning of your end step, if you discard a card this turn, transform Ragged Recluse. Turns into Odious Witch. When it attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's always a good effect. A little drain like that is always a good effect. Vampire's Kiss. Target player loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Create 2 blood tokens. For any of you who have played with Crimson Vow, the blood tokens I find kind of underwhelming. Especially when you consider the clue tokens from some of the previous Innistrad sets. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I'm not super sold on the blood tokens. For the head. Brilliant artwork. That is some brilliant artwork. Choose 1, exile target zombie, or target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Okay. Courier Bat enters the battlefield. If you gained life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That could be interesting. We saw Demonic Bargain. Depraved Harvester. It's got lifelink. It's a 4/3. And it's lifelink. When another creature you control dies, transform Desperate Farmer. So Desperate Farmer is a 2/2 with lifelink for 3, and it transforms into 4/3 with lifelink. Okay. Pointed Discussion. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and then create a blood token. Card draw is always good, but, you know, I don't necessarily... I really don't think we're going to go with black based on what we've seen here. Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, exile it to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Unhallowed Phalanx. It is battlefield tapped. it's a 113. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a creature with that kind of power toughness ratio before. So for 5, you get a 113. I could see being able to do some shenanigans. I mean, would anything other than something with Death Touch or Flying be able to get through this thing? Probably not, right? Blood tokens are pretty good when you were doing a blood token deck. They're also nice at getting rid of some late game cards. Yeah, I guess, right? Being able to discard and then draw as well, too. And I guess if you're sort of planning around it, I can see those tokens being good. They do save you from Flood. But yeah, Blood is kind of overwhelming so far. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of how I see it. But again, I haven't played around with it enough. Aim for the head. His brain is pulp. John, you're right. Indeed. Very good point. This could be sort of like the a secondary mascot. Or I can do some sort of Photoshop with this and have like the brain pulp, logo popping out of his head to escape death there. Wedding Security. Oh, God. I forgot that there's this whole wedding theme to all this going on. So Wedding Security. 3 and 2 black. Whenever Wedding Security attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Wedding Security and draw a card. Okay. I mean, again, I think there's some perfectly great cards in black there. I don't think it's what we're going to go with. Let's see what we have for red right now. We saw these two before. End of the festivities. It deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. A Braid deals 3 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact. Or choose one. Deal 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Hungry Ridgewolf. As long as you control a wolf or werewolf, it gets +1. Yeah, see, underwhelming so far. Flame Breather. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. I mean, constant pinging like that can be really good. Some chip damage over time can be really good. Belligerent Guest, Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a blood token. So if we're going for a blood token thing, that might be useful. Blood Hypnotist. Can't block, and whenever you sacrifice 1 or more blood tokens, target creature can't block this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Daybreak Combatants. Haste. When there's the battlefield, target creatures get +2/+0 until the end of turn. I mean, it's got haste, and it sort of buffs everything as well, too. Could be a neat sort of, sneaky combat trick. I still don't think we're going red. Fearsome Werewolf. It's got Menace Nightbound. The other one's got Menace Nightbound. So it's 2 and 1 red. It's a 2/3, and then it'll turn into a 4/3. Change of Fortune. We saw Lightning Wolf. it's okay. So this, I mean, wolves are pretty fierce, but this looks like someone took like a corgi and crossed it with a wolf, because this is the fluffiest wolf I've ever seen in my life. Maybe there's wolves like this out there. I don't know, but this looks like those of you familiar with Brian Kibler, like Shiro. It looks like a Shiro wolf, like a cross between Shiro and wolves. Lightning Wolves gain first strike into the end of turn, activate only as a sorcery. There is a creature that can throw creatures at opponents, loses life to its toughness. These 113s are so hilarious with that. That would be great. Like, is it fling, or are we talking about creatures? That there's a creature. So there's a creature that can throw and does damage to the toughness. I know there's a spell called Fling, which allowed you to throw the creature, but I wasn't sure if it was going to do damage based on the toughness or on its power. Pyre Spawn. When it dies, deal 3 damage to any target. Yeah, I think... Let's check out the artifacts. Evolving Wilds. That's definitely going to go in, because we're going to be doing more than one color. Ceremonial Knife. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, create a blood token. Probably not. Wedding Invitation. For 2, enters the battlefield, draw a card, sacrifice it, target creature can't be blocked this turn. If it's a vampire, it also gains lifelink at the end of turn. Don't think we're going with vampires, but that still may be good on its own. Boarded Window. Creatures attacking get -1/-0. At the beginning of each end step, if you were dealt 4 or more damage this turn, exile Boarded Windows. Okay, so it does sort of offset some damage, but only to a certain extent. If you get overwhelmed, it's still going to leave the battlefield. I'm pretty sure the green-black is supposed to be a toughness tribal strategy. Yeah, it could be. I don't think our black is strong enough. Our green is definitely strong enough. I don't think our black. I don't think we're gonna go black. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go blue-green. Don't know why I clicked on that. And we saw all the multicolored cards. So yeah, let's blue and green, and see what we can build here. We'll start with the creatures, I guess. It's been ages since I've done this, so I can't remember if there are filters for ways to filter things. I think there are ways to filter things, right? For just like separate the creatures. Okay, whatever. I like it's been so long since I've played Arena, so we're probably gonna be doing this in a really inefficient manner. This is definitely going in. The Oddity is definitely going in. Howlpack Piper is definitely going to go in. These don't match for us. This is going in for sure. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on one or more humans you control. I think we might be going more like with a wolf sort of strategy here. So we'll put a pin in that for now. When this enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards and then put a +1/+1 counter on. I mean, this I think could be really good, especially if we can play it late game. I'm not sure how good it's going to be early game. Oh, you just meant in terms of the set, Kyle. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, because this, for us, it doesn't necessarily make a great strategy for it. But yeah, in terms of the set overall, again, any advice you guys have when it comes to the set or any sort of insight on the set, let me know, because I'm so far behind on the curve when it comes to this set. I've not been paying that much attention. Spore Crawler dies, draw a card. We'll add that. Yeah, we'll add that. Sheltering Boughs. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+3. Spiked Ripsaw. 3/3/3. Whenever equipped creature attacks, you may sacrifice a forest. If you do, that creature gains trample. I don't think so. Reach and Training. Sure, we'll add that. Witch's Web. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains reach until the end of turn. Untap it. This could be a really fun trick. Scorpion's got Death Touch. And another target creature gets Death Touch. We'll take that for now. The Disciple. Now, are the werewolves? Yeah, so werewolves count as both humans and werewolves as well too. So that will be useful. Not going to quite add this right. Bramble Armor I think is great. Oh, do we have 2? Do I add both? Let's add both for now and see how our card count is by the end of this. And Snarling Wolf. It's just, you know, 1-drop creature. So we are definitely going to have to to do some pruning at some point. Now we're going to be adding Ghastly Mimicry for sure. And then let's see. I mean, I do like counter spells, but I'm not sure how useful it's going to be in sealed. Enchantment that draws is good. Enchantment that draws. Oh, enchanted creature. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0. Yeah, because it's going to replace itself, right? Okay. Sheltering Boughs is going to go in as well, too. So, good point, John. That's the only one. Training. This might be useful, actually, because if the werewolves are humans, but I think a lot of we have how many humans do we have? Now, I have to watch because my 2 drops here, I only have 1 creature in it, and the rest are spells, which is fine, but I don't want to get too crazy one way or the other. I think these are all good. Okay, so Cobbled Lancer there is some twisted artwork in these Innistrad cards. I love some of the art in some of these cards. It's so. What was the one in the previous set? The Butcher, the one that's sort of coming out of the cornfield, the one that's wearing like it's either got like a bull's head or like wearing some sort of bull's mask. That one was freaky. Cobbled Lancer. It's additional cost to cast this spell. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Exile this from your graveyard. Draw a card. I mean, this could just get stranded in my hand early on, and I don't think it's a 3/3. I mean, for a 1-drop 3/3 later on, it could be good. Let's just pass it for now. Lantern Bearer is going to go in. Wash Away. Yeah, I mean, there's very little chance this is going to be useful to us because most of the time I'm not going to. Well, I mean, I would be able to use it for its cleave cost, but its non-cleave ability is never really going to come into effect. I don't think it's hardly ever, anyways. I mean, there's probably a lot of graveyard recursion in this. A 3/3 for 1. I 100% agree with you, John. I mean, but my main worry is, well, I guess we're going to have creatures that are going to die fairly soon. And we only have to have 1 in, and we don't have to keep it if it's in an opening hand as well, too. I'll add it for now, and then we'll go back when we're sort of like deciding what we need to prune out. Mischievous Catgeist. Deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I like this one. Grab that. Discard a creature card, draw a card. I mean, that could actually feed into the Cobble Lancer as well, too. Not sure if this is going to be useful. Wretched Throng. When it dies, you may search your library for a card named Wretched Throng, reveal it, put it into your hand. Yeah, so that's not useful for us. Chill of the Grave. It doesn't look like we're going to have a lot of zombies. Tap target creature doesn't untap during its controller's step and draw a card. That could be useful. Nice for late game. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. It's we'll keep it in for now. I have to. It did add the land automatically. Okay, good. I couldn't remember. Again, it's been ages since I've done this. I couldn't remember if it was going to add the land automatically for us. But I was like, how we're running out of this many? Like we're down to 30 or up to 33. I haven't even added a land yet. That's what I thought. But we have added the land. Take a sip of my tea. Already losing my voice. I did a stream last night. It wasn't even very long, but my voice is not. It's not the most enduring voice in the world. So I can run out of steam when it comes to my voice. So by the end of this, I'm going to sound like an 80-year-old chain smoker. Okay. Stitched Assistant. Yeah, we'll put that in. Do we have two of those? I don't think we need a second one. Siphon Essence. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell. Create a blood token. I love counterspells. I love counterspells. I'm just not sure how good it's going to be in sealed, but we'll find out. Scattered Thoughts, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of those cards in your hand, the rest into the graveyard. I'm going to grab this for now because that's decent card draw, it seems. Whispering Wizard. We do have... This is just non-creature spells, right? Now, it only triggers once per turn, but still, we have a fair number of... I think we have enough non-creature spells in this deck to make this worthwhile. We'll add it for now. Diver's Scob. Exploit. When exploits a creature, target creature owners put it on the top of or bottom of their library. So I can actually sacrifice a creature that may have a good ETB effect and then put it back on the top of my library. Possible. Endure, overcome, and come out with a stronger voice. See, I'm honestly hoping streaming improves my voice. Because, I mean, I'm never going to be a singer. So I don't have to worry about for that. But and I weirdly enough, I talk a lot. You know, but for some reason I think because I use a slightly different voice or I get a little louder, at least according to my wife when I'm streaming, I think I strain it. But I really am hoping that this is basically exercising my vocal cords and that I will get stronger that way. So a 6-drop, I mean, we don't have anything huge. Whenever you attack one or more creatures, target player mills that many cards. We're definitely taking the flyer. Diver's Scob. I mean, we don't have much in the way of 5-drops or late game stuff. I'll add that. Yeah, I think this could be really good. So when it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, then put a +1/+1 counter on the millipede for each creature card in your graveyard. If we play this late, even if it doesn't mill creatures, this could still be really, really good. As well too, it's funny because I've got stream over here, or stream chat over here. So when I'm thinking of you guys, a lot of the time I look to the chat as opposed to looking to the camera, which I think, you know, is more direct contact with you guys. So if you're ever wondering what I'm looking at over here, it's the chat. Do we have 2 of these? No, we just have. Yeah, this just seems really good. It seems really, really good. We have 2 Sheltering Boughs, and now I'm thinking of adding another one. What's our mix look like? 17 creatures, 5 non-creature spells? Yeah, we can definitely afford another non-creature spell. But do I want like a counter spell? Or do I want another Sheltering Boughs? I think because we're so creature heavy, the Boughs might be better. Seems like overwhelming them as creatures is going to be the win con for this deck. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm going to add Sheltering Boughs. So let's just take a quick look at what we have. We have Cobbled Lancer. Thanks to you guys. You basically suggested this card is... See, again, and this is why I think it's great to be able to interact with you guys real time on this, because a lot of the time when I build a seal pool, I'm doing it alone, and I'm having to hide it from Travis, who I play against on Live Paper Magic in the Mana Cave. So I don't discuss it with him as to sort of my thoughts on this. And I've always wanted to do that deck building process on camera with you guys helping me out. It would be difficult though, because Travis would just be able to watch that video. But this is actually nice because you guys are able to sort of like, you know, steer me in better directions. And here's the thing, even though I produce a fair number of Magic related videos, I guarantee you almost everyone out there has more knowledge of this game than I do, especially now because I've been so behind on the expansions and everything like that. So it's great to hear from you guys and get feedback directly. So Lantern Bearer, Snarling Wolf. So we have Cobbled Lancer isn't really a sort of a turn one play unless something really amazing happens and we're able to somehow discard one of our creatures right off the bat. But these two are decent one-drop creatures. Mischievous Catgeist, I think, is good. Bramble Armor, I think, is really good. Toxic Scorpion, Witch's Web, Stitch Assistant, Apprentice Sharpshooter, Sheltered Boughs, again, because of the card draw. Thank you guys for pointing that out. Spore Crawler, 2 of the Weaver of Blossoms. This could be useful for both mana fixing and for us being able to accelerate certain things out there. Mirror Hall Mimic, Scattered Thoughts, Whispering Wizard, Howl Pack Piper, Ulvenwald Oddity, Diver Scob, Molgraph Millipede, and then the Screaming Swarm. I've seen Millipede be good late game. It does seem like it's gonna be crazy, like late game, doesn't it? Like I think that's a really good pick to have in the deck. Travis is here. Shout out to Travis. I don't know if Travis is here. If he is here, he's probably just gonna be lurking in the background because I can't remember what his YouTube screen name is. I think it may actually be very close to his name. But if he is here, Travis, the folks say hi. And I love that little the emoji that you have there. So I think this is our deck. We can also tweak this if we find something's not working, right? Like we're not locked into it, so we can always go back to the entire pool. The only thing I'm thinking of is, do we need... get rid of these. Do we need... Where was Evolving Wilds? I think we had an Evolving Wilds, right? Yeah, I don't think we need Evolving Wilds, right? Like, I guess it's not going to hurt if we take out a forest and put it in Evolving Wilds, if we're really, really hurt. But we don't really have much. No, because the only thing we require, like, 2 of is for the Oddity. 2 green and the Scob. They're both sort of somewhat later that we should have that, so I don't think we need it. So we're going to go ahead and click Done. And we're going to see some spectacular mistakes. I guarantee you, I am going to screw things up. And because there is a slight delay, I'm sure you folks will be giving me great advice, and I will see it just a little too late. So we are going to try to play and see how this goes. I also can't tell you how much I hate being on camera while I stream. But for some reason, I feel like Arena is just better with the person being on camera. Because there's going to be pregnant pauses where I'm sort of thinking about things. And otherwise, it's just going to be... It sounds like the audio's dead, so we will see. Okay. Speaking of pregnant pauses, I don't know what we're waiting on there, but... I guess we're waiting on our opponent to decide whether they want a mulligan. Or maybe they've taken a bathroom break, and they haven't gotten back yet. Okay, so here's... Man. Do I toss this back? I have Scorpion. I only need one other... If I get one land in the next 3 draws, we're golden because of the Weaver. I'm going to keep this. There we go. So we got another land, so we're already doing good. The wolf. Excellent. So we're going to play out the Scorpion. It's got Death Touch. We're not going to get the extra effect, but it's going to go great against the 2/4 here. Stops them from being able to swing in unless they can deal with this. I think we blocked this, right? Like, yeah. I mean, if they have a trick, that's fine. But I don't really care about losing the 1/1. Okay, so we block the damage anyways. And next turn we're going to have a 2/3 out, so... There we go. So they're playing 3 colors, which has me worried. Keep? Okay, good. This is the delay I was talking about. I could probably have waited, actually, to find out what you guys were thinking as far as, like, whether to keep it or not, but yeah. So we were rewarded in the end as well, too, so that's great. When it dies, okay. We have another one, so I'll just block it. Okay. Okay, so we actually have enough. I could bring out the Lantern Bearer. I can bring out this. You may have this enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except as a spirit edition of its other types. I don't think I do this now. I think I wait for something with a bit more value for that. But what I can do... Yeah, I'm going to put the bow on here. Oh, damn it. Now I can cast this, but I'm going to tap it down, so there's no way I'm doing that. So I'm just going to do the Lantern Bear. I'm going to wait. I'm going to swing in. Yeah. So if I swing in, they've got 2 left. So yeah. Like swinging in is the important thing here, yeah. So it's going to create, that's fine. And we still have enough for the Lantern Bearer. Because I'm probably going to put armor on the Lantern Bearer. I could have waited and put all of this on the flyer, but we have Bramble Armor, so I think that's going to be useful as well, too. Pump the Lantern Bearer, in my opinion. Yeah, I should... Looking at it now, I definitely should have, but we are somewhat rewarded. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. He does not have flying. When he dies, return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink and put the bloodline counter on the coffin. Okay, so that's the flip side of it. Do I just bramble, and go? Pump the flyers, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Because we got a decent blocker. So we're just going to pump the flyer. And attack. And then we have a 3/2 blocker. So, I mean, they're running black, they're running white. Chances are they're going to have some sort of removal for it, but... And the brambles as well, too, keep in mind, is equipment. So we can, if something does happen to it, we can always move it over to something else, which could be really useful. Yeah, target creature with flying, it's fine. So we do maintain the equipment. We do get to do the disturb for this and then give this flying. Okay, they've got a green and a black up. I could be walking into something by blocking. Edgar's a real bomb. Tough to beat. Need to exile effect. Yeah, okay, so I can... I'm going to block. I probably shouldn't, but... Okay, good. So, rewarded for that. So we're going to give this flying, right? Because this is going to be... Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 is flying. And then... Yeah, I think we have to... They crack back for 8, puts me down to 10. Puts me... No, I can't. Next turn, maybe Bramble Armor. If I bring this out, I'm tapping down this. I think I just take 8 next turn. Nino, hi Ed, how you doing? I'm at work, but didn't want to miss... Okay, well, don't get yourself in trouble at work for watching the stream. You know what? I'm gonna take it. I think... I'm gonna take it. I think it's probably a very, very bad idea. I'm gonna take 8 here, if not more. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Not sure if attacking there was the best option. I mean, they have nothing that can block it. They seem to be worried about me having some sort of trick in hand. Or not. No, they're not worried at all. Okay. Do we have... We do have a creature. So this is going to sort of pay off. Exile creature card from your graveyard. I have enough to play blockers, right? I have enough to play both of these? Okay, so we'll do... First, we're going to... Are we dead if we swing in? I don't think so. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to be aggressive as possible because this is basically how we're going to get to win in this game. So yeah, get rid of that. And we can mimic for their 4/4, which makes blocking bad for them. Or attacking bad for them. So this should give them something to think about. We have a couple decent blockers up. They've got 2 cards in hand. We got them down to 7. We could take 4, which is fine. I might have wanted to bring this out so I could have additional mana, and I could I need to get the Bramble Armor on this. If I can get both of the Bramble Armors on this, it's going to cost... No, it's going to cost 8, so I don't have enough for that. I don't know. They are thinking about it, so they don't have like a slam win here. That's fine. I can even just toss the 3/3 in front of that. Yeah, I think I chumped that with the 3/3. And then we'll see what the one last card they have in their hand is, if it's a trick. Okay. Attach Mimic Mirror. Okay, so you may have it into the battlefield. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token. It's a copy of enchanted creature, except it's a spirit. Is it, this, right? Yeah. I don't think I did the right choice there. Again, I'm not using these cards. I've never used these cards before, so I don't think it's going to matter because I'm going to be able to use the... It's going to create a token, right? Okay. Do I have enough? I don't think I have enough. Oh, this is going to have Summoning Sickness as well, too. I can do 6 to them by putting armor on here, but that's going to leave me with nothing. I think I still swing away, right? I swing away and I bring this out as a blocker. I think that's my best move, right? Yeah. I have to make them have it. They have 1 card in hand. They couldn't do anything before. I can chump with this because it's I don't care about it that much. This is another flyer as well too, which gives me different options. If they're able to take care of one of the flyers, I'll have an additional flyer up. And the lifelink isn't going to matter because it's not going to be able to block my flyers. So unless they have something that can block flyers, we should be able to take this. So they need removal, or they need some way to evade my blockers. Or both. Equip doesn't change the clock, so no point. Yeah, yeah. If obviously if I had the 8 mana for it, that would have been great. As part of me thinks, I mean, now that I have this out as well too, I can make additional mana for it as well too. But now that I've got them down low enough, it shouldn't be a big deal. That's not going to make any difference. Yeah, again, that's not, because it doesn't have flying, so it doesn't matter. I think we have them next turn. Okay, so this does not have trample, right? Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. And that's going to go there. They got 1 white up. And we just swing it overhead. We got both of our flyers. Okay, now they're completely tapped out. So now we definitely won. Okay. Alrighty, so we're already doing better than I thought we would. We're already doing better than we thought we would. Or than I thought we would. So yeah, we win. And I think this one is, these aren't best 2 out of 3s in the sealed one that I have. So there's more, you need to win more in order to get, you know, to the higher sort of levels of this one. But I think these are all just, yeah, these are just individual ones. Well, yeah, I'm going to get a whole bunch of coins and stuff because I've not played in forever. So we're already 400 gems and 3 packs. 3 packs is for everything anyways, right? Yeah. So the sweet spot for us is, even though it's less than the actual cost of this, is if I can get to 2 more wins, I'll be happy. So yeah. This went great. Yeah, that went better than I thought it would. Cole. Cole, I don't think I said hi to you. So welcome to the stream. Marcelo, thank you very much, and welcome to the stream as well too. But the sweet spot is I want to get 1,200 gems at least, because that will give me enough gems in total to do another one of these if we wanted to later on. So you guys seem to be enjoying this so far, so we're just going to go ahead and play for the next one. I don't think we need to make any changes, but if there is anything that you guys see that may not be working, let me know, because we can always sort of go back and tweak the deck. This is cold tea at this point, so it's almost like iced tea. So my guess is we're going to get knocked out at 3 wins, given how long it's been since I've played. This 100% looks like a keep. Yeah, this is a keep. That is a keep for sure. Pump the Flyers. Pump the Flyers indeed. Yes, that's the name of this deck, is Pump the Flyers. So we got turn 1 play. That's on turn 3, which we have the mana for. The mana. Out of curiosity, do you guys say mana or mana? Because, I mean, it can be either way, right? 3 wins, nah. Fingers crossed. At least 4 or 5 would be great. Like, I mean, that would be amazing. Anything above, you know, halfway above 50-50, I think would be great. But now this is just... The other turn activate only once each turn. Yeah, so let's go do this. Pump it up now. Okay, excellent. And next turn, instead of pumping it up, I think we're just going to bring out the Weaver of Blossoms. Unless this is exploit. Yeah, we don't want to exploit, because we don't want to... I mean, we don't have to exploit with this. And the scrying and drawing cards, so we'll hold off on Stitch Assistant. I think next turn we do Weaver, because that will allow us to hopefully get the Screaming Swarm out a bit earlier. 7-0, here we come. Cole, I appreciate your vote of confidence. I do not think we're going to get there, but I definitely appreciate the sentiment there. If our opponent is stuck on 1 land, then we're definitely going to have an easy time with this game. I mean, they're putting a lot of thought into this. They want to maximize their time to think about certain things. Okay. I mean, do we do Weaver, or do we pump this? We'll swing in first and see what happens. Should I put a stop after the attackers? Okay, so it's not. Yeah, it wouldn't matter anyways because that would still die. So that's fine. So that worked out well. I'm glad we didn't pump it first then. We're not gonna be able to sacrifice it to the Stitch Assistant, but I don't necessarily care. Snarling Wolf attack unnerve the opponent. He's contemplated giving up. I hope so. I honestly hope so. I wish Bramble Armor had flash. He's got one red left up. I think we do the armor, right? Or do we hold off and put the armor on the flyer? Well, it's equipment, right? So we're just going to go ahead and do this and see. They can have it. Okay. So, yeah. So he might have used the removal a little bit earlier there. A little bit too early. Man, a lot of people playing 3 colors. Not a lot of people. We've played... This is our second opponent. So I shouldn't really say a lot of people are playing 3 colors. 2. Exactly 2 so far. Okay, so another Weaver of Blossoms could be good. Bring out the island. I think here, because this has Defender, I think we bring out the Swarm. There's no point in swinging in. Yeah. We'll bring out our flyer. Because Screaming Swarm's upside as well, too. Put... from your graveyard into your library, second from the top as well, too. So we can bring this back if it does die. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. Okay, I don't like that at all. And then they put what? It's got +2, +0. It gets an additional +0, +1, and has Death Touch as long as an equipment named Bride's Gown is attached to it. Okay, well that kind of sucks for us. I was going to put the Bramble over here, but with this lifelink, I need something that's going to be able to trade with it. Okay, let's play the Forest, because that's definitely happening no matter what. I could just bring out the Stitch Assistant and not exploit, and then have something which would trade with that. And then I can move the Bramble next turn. Actually, I can do both, right? Okay, so the next, swinging with the 6. One or more target player mills that many cards. Okay. And then we'll just bring out the Stitch Assistant, and we're not going to exploit. Sacrifice its creature, decline. So they're going to gain 4 and back, but we still got 6 flying in the air. So I think we're doing okay. And I've been completely ignoring you guys, sorry. Suit up the Weaver, yeah. Pretty much GG at this point. You never know. You honestly never know. Because life gain sucks. It could definitely sort of swing things in the favor. But I think being able to get the Stitch Assistant out and being able to put the Bramble on this was very, very useful. I think we trade, right? Because it doesn't have first strike or anything. Yeah, okay. They were going to gain the 4 life anyways, but this way they also don't get the additional effect of being able to draw a card. That's my justification. It does put them now on a 2-turn clock, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about that. Scott, what is it when it's exploits a creature target owner, puts it on the top or bottom of their library? I don't think I really care about anything like that. Swinging with the flyer. I mean, this is just a 3/5, so it's just a decent sized creature. So we're just gonna bring this out and decline to exploit. It's just a big body on the board. 100% block, yeah. Okay, so at least I made the right decision. And they're playing something which requires them to, or gets them to draw a card. So I think they're searching right now for an answer. Because unless they have something to block the flyer or straight up removal, Swarm should win next turn. Or life gain, I guess, right? But wait, what did they do? Sacrifice a target creature can't be blocked this turn. If it's a vampire, it also gains lifelink until the end of turn. Ah, crap. It's not a vampire, though, is it? No, it's not a vampire. So it doesn't get lifelink. We can't block it, so they do get 13 in, but I don't think it matters, right? Because they're pretty much tapped out now. So excellent. Okay, 2 for 2. Don't exploit. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm so worried about misclicking with exploit, and I love the fact that exploit is a May ability, so you don't have to. Otherwise, exploit cards would be so much worse. I wouldn't have added any if they were like, you know, you had no choice. But the ability to choose whether or not you're going to do it is great. So we're getting coins, we're getting experience because again, I haven't played in forever. 2 wins, no losses. We need one more win to get to that sweet spot where we have enough coins or enough gems, I guess it is, to do another one of these another day if we want to. So. And my voice is going, but it's not, I'm not in pain yet, which is important. So, seems to be going okay. I may break at some point to heat up some more tea. It's 7-0 or bust at this point? Oh, cool. You've got such high expectations. This is a slow... well, okay. Sheltered Boughs draws a card. This is on 3. I mean, we've been able to do well because we've been able to get some really quick starts. I mean, this allows us to look at the top 4 cards of our library. So if we're super stuck, it's got reach and training. I'm gonna keep it. Because I'm really worried about what happens if we mulligan. But bring on the flood now, because I can almost guarantee you we're going to get flooded to land. Now, if they're hyper aggressive as well too, we are in a lot of trouble. We could also draw into a turn 1 or turn 2, or turn 1, or like a 1 or 2 drop, so you never know. Tea, good idea. Brew me some too. I will do that. Just let me know. I'll put it in the mail. I'll freeze it for freshness and make sure it gets to you safe and sound. Oh, that's not what I did not want another land. We'll do an island just in case, but I'm gonna get punished for keeping this opening hand, right? I think I'm gonna get hard punished. Yeah. What is this? Well, there's the Lancer, which is the exact creature we don't need right now. So at the beginning of end step, if you gain life this turn, create a blood token, sacrifice 2 blood tokens, transform it, activate. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that getting out of hand anytime soon. So we'll bring out the sharpshooter. This actually might be good. So look at the top 4 cards, put 2 of those in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. We may be able to get cobbled out not next turn, but it may be able to get it out a lot sooner than we would have otherwise. I don't think I block here if they attack. Because that seems like there would definitely be some sort of shenanigans. And we can punish them for it with Bows next turn if they do decide to tap down their only blocker. Oh, no, I'm making tea for me right now. I thought you were... sorry, Kent. I thought you were asking me to brew you some tea. And I'm like, well, a strange request, but I'll do my best. But yeah. Let me know as well, too. Normally, Welcome to Tea Talk on Brain Pulp. Normally, I drink English breakfast tea, but I don't have any right now, so I was just drinking like regular orange pico tea. But we have this mint tea, which I should have probably gone for because I think it would actually be a bit better in my throat. Can't attack alone, and whenever it attacks, untap target creature. That sounds like it could suck for us. Let's do it so that we have 2 of each. I mean, if I put bows, they'll still be able to block it. We will get to draw a card, though. I think Scattered Thoughts might be better for us. So, I can hold on to that, though. What is better for us right now? I'm just going to hold. I'm going to hold, and then I'm going to cast Scattered Thoughts in their turn. The flood is real? Yeah. I mean, I sort of knew it was coming. It's not the worst because they didn't have a super aggro start, but I am a little worried. We'll see what we get from Scattered Thoughts. If we can get like a creature we don't care about into the graveyard, I think that'll be great. So where are we at? This is their attack. Stop at end of turn. Untap that creature. Resolve. I mean, I think... Why? It's not letting me block? Oh, it is. Okay. I think this is bad because I think we're going to lose our creature here. But I think we're going to... If we lose our creature, the worst case scenario is we can do Lancer next turn. It also is going to require them to use a resource and tap down some land, so they won't possibly be able to create another creature. Okay, yeah. So that sucks, but we sort of saw that coming anyways, and it's really, I think it's kind of wasted. I don't think that was super useful for them. Maybe they don't think that I have anything else, which is, you know, entirely possible, but Bramble Armor, Whispering Wizard. Now I don't need land, so this is going to be choose 2 cards into your hand. So do we want just both the armors into our hands, or do we want 1 armor and the Whispering Wizard? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you know what? We want a wizard and we want the armor, and the rest can go into the graveyard. Okay. Okay, so this looks like it may end up being good for us. So we play out a bunch of stuff. So now we have a 3/3, which can go toe-to-toe with their 3/3. Lantern Bearer. And I think I hold off on armor. I think better use of the mana right now is to do the bows on it. Because we want to pump up our flyers. It also allows us to draw a card, which is super useful. Okay. So we're 100% not blocking with the Lantern Bearer. So hopefully they can't kill it. But I'm definitely blocking with the Lancer. Because we also have like the Wizard as well too, which is an unfavorable trade for them. I can get this out next turn and do the armor, which is going to create a spirit creature token with flying, so... Okay, so this is other target creatures. I mean, it still sucks, because now they're going to be able to swing in with this, and we're not going to be able to kill it, but... The Quartermaster, though, they're going to find out is not going to be good enough to deal with our Lantern Bearer in a second. Oh, they didn't attack. They didn't attack. They're tapped out. Okay, so first things first. We'll get the Wizard out. And then we're going to do armor on the Lantern Bearer. And then swing in with the Flyer. So they can't block with the Angel. Well, they can, but it's just going to be a chump block. And we have a chump blocker as well, too, now for it. Pump up the Flyers. Yeah. That's the game plan. That's the whole game plan with this. I wish I had another non-creature spell that I could create more spirit tokens, but I don't even necessarily know if I want to block the Quartermaster. Granted, he will be able to sort of swing in with it if he wants to and then untap it, which makes sense. The Lancer is great. This will just bounce off of it for the time being. So we're not doing too bad. I could also double block and get rid of the Rallier if we need to. Oh, that hurts. I mean, it still leaves us with a 3/2, which is fine. What is this? Okay, so it's a creature right now, and then it can turn into an enchantment. Oh, they've only got 2 cards left in hand, but so do we, and I guarantee you their 2 cards in hand are probably way better than what we've got going on right now. They're not swinging in again. And of course, of course we get another land. Now, we can swing in with the Bearer, because the Bearer can disturb out as an enchantment which gives something else flying, which actually may be better for us. So if they're willing to trade, I think I'm going to do that. Because we can keep up our chump blocker if we really need it for a flying chump blocker. But I think Lantern Bearer at this point is better for its disturb cost. And they're thinking about the same thing. Okay. We can also move the armor over. We might as well too, right? Because we have this. We got tons of mana right now. So I think I'm gonna move this over. Do I move this over to the Flyer, or do I move this over to the Lancer? I don't care about this swinging in at this point. So we're gonna move this over here. Because the Militia thing is going to be more of a pain in the butt than anything else. Being able to constantly untap things with attacking, I think that's more important for us. Wonder why he didn't attack the previous turn? I have no idea. Like, it's so weird. He's obviously not stream sniping, because if he saw what we had in hand, he would have just swung away. Tea is peach and raspberry and a little whiskey and honey. If I wasn't on stream, I would probably do the addition of at least the first one. Not honey, unfortunately. My stomach does not handle honey well. We are dead. Enters the battlefield or dies. Exile another card from your graveyard. When you do, choose. Remove X counters from target permanent. Target creature and opponent control gets -X. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. That's a slightly better card than what we have in hand. Move armor to Lancer? Yes. So we were on the same wavelength, Kent. Yeah. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. I can exile this from my graveyard to draw a card. To pay 4 for it, so I can't do it right now. I think I double block Militia. That seems like a bad attack, but I don't know what they have in hand. So this way they can only choose one. They can only choose to... I mean, do I chump block? I think having an additional flyer up's more important to us right now. So this takes care of their Rallier. Okay, and they're gonna let the wolf live. Man, more... I don't need... I don't need more land. So if I do this, if I play, okay, I'm gonna do this first to draw a card because I can still play a land, and then Weaver's not what I need either. Island. Man alive, what do I do? Do I hold it up for this? I'm gonna attack with this and see if there's no way they block this. I mean, they see it. They see it a mile away. There's no way they're gonna block this. If they do, I'm so very, very, very... Oh my god, I forgot that their Cemetery Desecrator is still... Now, at the beginning of this, I said I'd be making horrible mistakes. And there's the first one, folks. They're thinking it, but they're thinking I have something in hand, so they're going to let it go through. Okay, so they didn't block. So I think at this point I'm just going to let it go through, and then I'm going to put the Bramble on the flyer. I got very lucky. The opponent thought I was being sneaky when I was just pulling a huge stupid. Does this automatically come with all of our opponent's decks? This is improved. I mean, the Quartermaster still dies to us. Now, they are hellbent, so they have no more cards left in hand, but I don't think they necessarily need it. We're at 12? Yeah, they don't want to swing in with that. I mean, I think I have to block this. Oh, it's got Menace, so I can't just chump block it. I think I double blocked the Desecrator. Bluffing the wolf? Yeah, we'll call that bluffing. We'll call that bluffing. I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? We're going to double block here. Because that has Menace, that's going to get out of hand with less and less creatures. They probably have removal. They're going to be able to activate this ability again, but I mean, they can take out the Snarling Wolf. I'm not super worried about that. If I draw another land, though, I think we're 100% dead. Yeah. Okay, so this can't be countered. I'm going to put a creature card from my hand onto the battlefield. If it's a wolf or werewolf, untap this and activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Oh, wait. Can that... Choose it. From a graveyard. I thought it had to target their own graveyard, so we don't get the... Oh, we are screwed 7 ways to Sunday now. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, man. I did not think... Because the chorus, they're going to take that out of the graveyard. Oh, I was not... 6, 7, 8. Do we take... I mean, we should take out Edgar there. Yeah, we're just... We're all kinds of screwed here. Oh... Well, I mean, I made a stupid mistake with the wolf earlier that I should have got punished for, and I didn't. So this is just desserts. But yeah, it's... They can exile a card from a graveyard. Damn it. I was thinking it was theirs. Fought the good fight. Yeah, sadly. Target creature gets +3. Yeah, it's too late. This is all just too late, right? Yeah. So, good game. And... How do we concede? There we go. Oh well. So, Cole, unfortunately, we're not going to go 7. Was it Cole or Kent? Who was it? It was, yeah, Cole. Sorry, Cole. I hate to disappoint you, but we're not going 7-0, sadly. We still, I mean, we have 2 more losses to go before we have to worry too much. But yeah, that was, I mean, I don't necessarily know if we would have had a good shot even without me making those mistakes, because I don't think it would have mattered in the long run. But still, it kind of hurts to make those mistakes. Another great thing about playing on stream is, I can't keep this. Yeah, this is, nope, I can't keep this. I got a mulligan. This I can keep. Okay, good. What do I put on there? I mean, do I put Cobbled Lancer, or do I put... I'm going to put Witch's Web. There we go. I think we want the creatures. Get Scorpion out on 2. We can always get Lancer out if it doesn't work out with the Scorpion. I can also bring out Stitched Assistant and exploit or not. It doesn't matter. 7-2 for the drama. Yes, there we go. Yeah. We're going to go 7-2. We're going to bring it right to the bitter edge, and we're going to squeeze the most games out of this if possible. Okay, just the forest and have them go. This is some cold tea. Okay. I mean, this is a great early blocker as well. And once we get in the graveyard, it's going to make Lancer absolutely wonderful. What does it do? Okay, blood token and sacrifice it, return 2 target creatures from the graveyard to hand. No big deal. Sheltering Boughs. Is that more important than the assistant? You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I should be saving this for the flyers, but we don't have any flyers right now, so we are going to see. Oh, don't have... Okay, good. I thought they were going to have removal, because then we wouldn't get the card draw as far as I know. Sheltered or Scattered Thoughts could be good as well, too. Gonna mute here for a second. There we go. Did not want to cough into the microphone. Oh, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna cough. Nope. I think the cold tea is really giving it to my throat here. So we're gonna switch. Some Diet Pepsi. So we seem to be off to a quicker start than our opponent, which is great. Okay, good. So we'll swing in. Turn Narn. Okay, so it's coming back to our hand. We're losing the enchantment, which sucks. But I think this is fine, right? Let's bring out the assistant now. So this way we may be able to get some extra value with the Scorpion. I mean, we're not going to exploit. That would be madness. What do you like about the set? I mean, I wish I knew more about it as far as like the cards go. But the thing I like most so far is the artwork. Because this is some macabre looking artwork in a lot of things. I'm not even super crazy about this sort of like vampire wedding theme that they've got going on. It doesn't untap during his next controller's untap step. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It's obviously sucks because this is going to swing in over top for 3. Oh, maybe they misread that. Yeah, I think they misread that. There's no way they block with that, right? Like, unless they're super hurting, there's no way they're blocking this. But yeah, the thing that I like most about the set is basically the artwork. Like, I wish I knew more about it from like a power level and sort of like mechanics standpoint. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with getting one of their flyers out because we're ages away from getting a flyer. Oh, okay. That's fine as well, too. It's making them spend resources. They're only got 2 cards left in hand. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and bring out this. I'm going to hold the Scorpion again. I'm going to bring out the 3/3 instead. And we also have Scattered Thoughts for some card draw. But yeah, I wish I knew more about the set itself as far as like, you know, power levels and stuff go. But I do like the theme. I'm not a big fan of them coming out constantly with multiple commander decks. I liked it a bit better before when commander decks being released was a bit more of a like sort of a fun special thing. I understand it. Commander is super popular right now, so they want to strike while the iron is hot, and they want to release as much as they can when it comes to commander. But I'm not super crazy about them constantly releasing commander decks with every single set. But that said, I really, really like their Vampire Commander deck. So I guess maybe that's the thing that I like most about the set right now is the fact that that Vampire Commander deck looks really, really cool. Is this every time it attacks? Oh, at the beginning of combat on your turn. I thought it was an ETB effect. See, when you read the card, things make a lot more sense. That's fine. Okay, so finally we get one of our flyers. So I think here we do Toxic Scorpion, put it on the Weaver, swing them both. I'm assuming they'll make that trade over this one, but this way there's no good blocks for them. So it's got Death Touch, so they'll probably still block the 3/3, which would have been, I think, the original plan, but at least allows me to chip in for 2 additional damage. And I'm going to be able to get... oh, this isn't a flyer. Why did I think this was a flyer? I can draw a card with it. I don't know why I thought... It's a kitten! For the love of God, why would I think that was a flyer? I mean, it does give me card draw. I also have Scattered Thoughts. I also have Cobbled Lancer for a bit of card draw as well, too. Innistrad is a great plane. Horror theme set is awesome. Yeah, I really like Innistrad. I like what they've done with it. It was interesting before as well too when they were sort of merging it with the Eldrazi, and they could come out with some really creepy sort of like body horror stuff. I keep coughing. Sorry, guys. So the forest. So now they can easily block the kitten. Bring out the forest no matter what. I need creatures, so I think I just do this on my main phase, right? Or do I wait and make them wonder what we have? Yeah, I think I'm going to do this on their turn. So no attacks, I'm going to hold off. This is slowly killing us, though. I need to get one of my flyers out. If I don't get a flyer, it's pretty much game over. And we do want to try to get one more win out of this. So end turn. It also flips this by not casting anything. Though this is going to be tapped down for the rest of eternity thanks to the Geist. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're going to keep doing the wolf, which is fine. But now I'm on, like, after this, I'm on a 2-turn clock, so... I could draw a 2-drop 100%, and I think I even have a 2-drop flyer. But, I'm also kind of hoping I'm making them think about certain things, but it might have been a better move to do it then, but... Okay, so... Do it now and see what we get. Okay, so this is going to create... Excellent. So these two are going to go into our hand, because this is going to be able to create chump blockers on demand. So that's probably one of the best draws we could have got. Now, this is when it deals combat damage to a player, yeah, so... And... Do I have enough? I don't have enough mana for this, right? No, I don't. Okay. Spore Crawler, when it dies, draw a card. Okay, so we're going to do the Wizard first. And the Bramble Armor is going to go out on... Doesn't really matter right now, I guess. The Flyer is the main thing. Having created a Flyer. I didn't even see what they have in hand. Flash. Spell can't be countered. And what's this? The other Death Touch thing, so. Do I put it on the... I mean, this is never going in anyways, and this can just keep blocking it, so I think I put it on the Toxic Scorpion for now. So that is a Death Toucher which doesn't die immediately. I can always move it over to the Spirit Token. Oh, you know what? I could have put it on the Spirit Token. I'm tilted. At this point. I'm kind of tilted. I forgot that the Spirit Token had already entered the battlefield, so I would have been able to put it on the Spirit Token. That's fine. I mean, it's still a chump blocker, but... Man. I mean, now they have a choice whether they want to tap down the Spirit Token. Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. We're still in a very bad position. I need another Flyer. I need another Flyer. I mean, this is a great creature, but I need something that creates another Flyer. So this needs to grab me something that... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just dead next turn. I'm just dead on board. Yeah, let's go ahead and flunge. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Now, at the very least, it wouldn't have mattered whatsoever. So... Because they would have been able to just tap it down if I had put the armor on there, but that's still it's a bitter pill to swallow. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I did get to draw a card. Give the opponent a GG for that. Yeah, token will be tapped by the Flyer, so there's no difference. Yeah, it just hurts to still make sort of like, you know, it was the smarter play to put it on there still. Because if I was able to produce another token, but I wouldn't have to spend the mana to get there. Okay. Like, this is one of the things that bothers me in these games. Now, this is what I like to call the Hearthstone mentality, and it's sort of like bled into Magic Arena. The idea of running out everything you can play, like the BMing, which for me, unless you're playing against a friend, that you know, it's just, what's the point? Honestly, like that sort of, I mean, I realize I'm probably in the minority of this sort of thing like that, but especially when someone's like, hey, good game, and it's like, oh, thank you for wishing me a good game. I'm now going to act like a total bellend and run out every card I have in my hand. That sort of annoys me. So, but yeah, but that's, I mean, like growing up, I had sportsmanship so drilled into my head that anything that sort of like touches upon, again, different when you're playing against friends. Like, because there's that sort of like things, you have a lot of currency with friends, so you can do things with friends that, you know, you normally, but complete strangers, it being impolite or being a poor sport just drives me nuts. But anyways, shout out from, is NZ New Zealand? John, is NZ New Zealand, or am I horribly wrong with that the country code there? Or is it something else completely that I'm not getting? Either way, I find it amazing the fact that people from all over watch some of the stuff that I do here. That I find that absolutely incredible. The fact that this is something that folks take time out to actually watch, especially now that you see how well I play, or how well I play. Nino, brah. How's it going? What do you feel about the Secret Lair Commander deck? I don't know anything about it. Is that one of the names of one of the Commander decks, or is the Secret Lair card production thing come out with an entire Commander deck? Because that would be super expensive, I'm assuming. Oh, so it is New Zealand. See, I knew that. I knew that all along. I'll be honest with you. I'm not super crazy about the Secret Lair as a whole. Like if people have like a desire to, I mean, there are some beautiful cards they're producing, but I've ordered one Secret Lair. It was the multicolored one, because the Dragon is one of my favorite commanders. It's for my dragon deck, and I really wanted like an alternate art Dragon. So I ordered that, and I had issues with customer service from Secret Lair, and the cards all curled. Like, and Wizards I know can produce foil cards that don't curl, and especially if you're going to get like a premium thing like that, drives me nuts the fact that they don't fix the curling issue. So as a whole, I don't like Secret Lair. So if it is a Secret Lair product, I'm all for it. If people want to purchase those things, that's great, because to each their own. Collectors, go for it. But I think they need to improve the value, because the last thing I want to see is someone spend hard-earned money on a Secret Lair product and then walk away disappointed like I did. So, but that's just me. I mean, it's just one man's opinion. Okay, so we're at 2 losses. We're at 2 losses. So it's do or die time. So I need laser focus. Laser focus. Because I think this deck actually has legs. Being able to pump up some of these flyers, I think, is super important. Lobster Knight, you made it to a stream. Excellent, man. Gotta watch this later, just dropping by. Well, I'm glad you were able to drop by at least. Because I do feel bad that the streaming schedule I've done so far has sort of like pushed you out, in the sense that it's happening at pretty awful times for you. So I'm glad you're able to swing by and say hi. It's good to see you. Either releasing a full 100-card Commander Lair product. Wow. Do you know the price point on that right now? Again, because like, you know, it's 100% worth it for, you know, various collectors. Oh my god, I can get Lantern Bearer out on 1. If I keep this, I'm never seeing a forest. Oh man, I can't keep this. I mean, I have double green. I do have mana fixing, but it requires a green. I don't know if this is a keep. If one of these was a forest, I would be without question, I'd be going for it. I have to mulligan. I mean, okay, it's a bit better. I guess I get rid of the millipede. Yeah, we'll keep the 6, and we'll put the millipede on the bottom. it's better because of Weaver of Blossoms. But overall, yeah, I don't know if I should have kept that first one. 99 euro could be awfully wrong though. I mean, honestly, 99 euro doesn't sound. I'm trying to do the conversion in my head. I think the euro. Oh wait, no, because the euro I think is. I'm Canadian, so the euro to Canadian dollars I think is like 2.3. Unless I'm wrong, which I probably am because I'm not exactly great when it comes to stuff like this. Well, good. Hopefully the blossom sticks because I need a blue source. But yeah, I guess that's if that's right, then that's $230 for a commander deck, for a single commander deck. If my conversion is right, and that does seem really expensive. I mean, if every single card in it is an alternate artwork, or I mean, a lot of resources would go into that. Like this is not how I make my living doing the YouTube thing. I'm a freelance artist, so I do know how much it can cost to produce a product like that, especially if it's going to be all new artwork, because you have to pay the artist and everything. But man, that seems like a lot. What do I do? I think we bring out the apprentice because of training, right? Now training. Now this has to attack with it, so we're going to go ahead and swing in first. For 3. Or maybe we're not. I just realized maybe I shouldn't have attacked with this, because maybe I should use it while I can for blue mana. Because they do have double red and green, so maybe they can kill it. I don't think so. It's got 4 toughness. But I don't know what kind of burn cards there are. Yep, you have to mulligan. Yeah, I figured it was a Oh no. I'm going to be stranded for blue. Oh man, I'm going to be stranded for blue. I should have used it for blue when I had the chance. What is this nonsense now? Whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, enter deals that much damage to any target. Yeah, just hard punished. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, transform. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. I may reveal a card from among them, put it into your hand. And I mean, I can't grab this. I have to grab the wolf because it's the only thing I can cast. Damn it. Yeah, I should have tapped it for blue while I had the chance. Oh man, I did not think they would have a burn spell that would be able to get through it for 3. See, this is where I get punished for not knowing the cards. Because otherwise I would have anticipated that a little bit better. Now, luckily they didn't, they weren't able to do anything. I think I swing in here. Because I have Witch's Web. I think I swing in here. Because I'm going to be able to train the apprentice. And I have Witch's Web. Right? Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not... I forgot about Snarling Wolf. I forgot about Snarling Wolf. Yep, you have to mulligan. 100 euros are 140 Canadian. Okay, so it's not anywhere near as bad as I thought, like 230. And I mean, some of the decks now are... Do I block this? No, no blocks. Some of the decks now as well, too, that you get aftermarket sort of thing, like from the stores, are over $100. I think the vampire... Nothing but green. Yeah, I'm just getting super hard punished for throwing away my mana producer. And then this thing as well, too. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Great. No attacks. Well, it looks like this is going to... Cold message... Okay. Yeah, so, I mean... I can see someone shelling out like 130 Canadian or 99 euro for a commander deck. Deals 2 damage. I have to pump this, right? 2 damage to each non-vampire creature. So we can take care of one of them, but not the other. Okay. Wait, you did damage to this? Because that's only gonna... It still lives, right? Oh, never mind. Now he can't swing in with the Avenger. Unless he has some way to pump it, which is possible because he's got green up, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I can see someone spending like 130 Canadian on a commander deck. I mean, I wouldn't. I enjoy commander, but I pretty much... Unless I'm going to be like spending a lot of time tweaking. Like the one commander deck I have is the Dragon commander. Well, we got blue now. So what's the best way to use blue? I mean, Lancer doesn't really do much for us, but it will keep green up. Pretty much any of these could be useful to us. This, if I bring this out, allows us to sort of... yeah, we're just going to... what do I get rid of? Get rid of Sharpshooter. Like, I know... Did this still have Summoning Sickness? This didn't have Summoning Sickness, right? And because it couldn't be blocked... It couldn't be blocked by the creatures I had up anyways, right? So, I don't understand why they didn't swing in with this. This made sense they didn't swing in with, but... yeah, of course we're not going to attack. So yeah, unfortunately we got our blue source just a little too late. My FOMO may make me buy it, so the core idea of Secret Lair seems to work. On me, at least. I mean, that's the thing, it's perfectly valid, because for the longest time, I was a collector. Like, I was a hardcore collector of whatever I was into. Originally, it was comics, then it went into trading cards and stuff, like collectible card game cards. And so that's perfectly fine. And I actually don't have any problem with Secret Lair as a product if my first experience with it hadn't been so poor. So I think people will spend way more than that, than 130 Canadian, to create a commander deck from scratch. Like, the amount of money I've poured into my Dragon deck is well over at this point. Technically, I haven't poured into money. I've been using parts of my collection, but I mean, I have all the fetch lands in my Dragon deck, and a bunch of other things where the value of the deck is like way higher than it was when it first came out of the box. So I have poured money into it, mostly from cards that I've had, but I've also bought cards. And the cards that I bought for that deck probably go over 130 at this point. But I've been sort of tweaking that for the past couple years. So yeah, I mean, after this stream, I'm going to go online. I'm going to check out to see what information I can find on this Secret Lairs commander deck, because I'm very curious if it's going to be now this. So this allows me to double block. I mean, they probably have a way to pump it up. They probably saw this coming. Or not. Okay, that's fine. So at least I got rid of that thing. This is punishing. This thing is absolutely punishing. We can bring out both of our creatures now, which is great. What do they have in hand? Cloaked Cadet. But yeah, sorry, I know I keep being distracted, but being distracted by the game I'm supposed to be playing. But I'm way more interested in this conversation about the secret layers. It was $40 in New Mexico. The secret layers deck, the new secret layers commanders deck. Yeah, I've also spent quite a hefty on a sliver. Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to build a Commander Slivers deck until I saw how much it would cost me to build a Slivers deck. I mean, I have some old school Slivers in my collection. What the hell happened? Where did? Oh, he flipped. It had a flip again, right? Okay, good. Yeah. Alrighty. So, bring out the swarm. I've completely stopped paying attention to the game and started doing paying all the attention to the conversation. Let's bring out the swarm. But yeah, it flipped, right? Okay, yeah, because I cast two spells. That's fine. Okay, so I'm not swinging because I'm not a maniac. Sundrop equals Travis, by the way. Just tuned in. Sundrop? Oh no, Sundrop's not Travis. This is a sealed. This is Innistrad sealed. So it's I'm not playing against Travis. That we may do that sometime in the future, but this is just one of the Innistrad seal events. I'm thinking of actually doing this and getting rid of Mischievous Catgeist so that I can add it, so that I can put it on the swarm. That might be an idea. Oh no, because when you exploit a creature, target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Damn it! So I can't even use it to get rid of the cat. Okay. So we're just going to swing in with the swarm. I thought he was talking about the new Crimson Commander decks. Oh, no. Yeah, there's apparently a secret layer Commander deck coming out. And it's being sold for €99 or 130 Canadian. I'm not sure what that would be in US. If it's 130 Canadian, then it would be closer to 100 American, because I think the exchange rate is fluctuates between 1.2, 1.3 between US and Canada. Oh, my life sucks right now so hard. I mean, there's nothing I can do to stop that, so sure. Why not? I can put the second from the top, but then I can't really do anything else. So there's going to be no attacks. I think I have to bring this out as a blocker. I'm not going to exploit anything, so I'm going to decline that because I can use these chump blockers. This thing flipping it. This is such a good card. I didn't realize how good this card was going to end up being. But this is like single-handedly destroyed us in this game. Oh. Yes, because even if it's like whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, it's going to deal that much damage to any target. Yeah. I'm so dead, I'm pretty sure. I was thinking of exploiting the 1/1, but the exploit mechanic on that would have put it further into the deck, which would... I mean, I would have loved to use the disturb part of this, but it would have popped it back into the deck somewhere. So I was thinking of using it on that, but I'm at 1. If they have a shock, I'm dead. Oh, man. You know, and this is one of the weird things. I was actually thinking of coming online at some point for a stream, just to chat with you guys about what you thought about like new sets, about gaming in general. And I was like, well, I'm not sure if people would show up for that. And yet, when I do the Magic Arena stream, I end up getting so wrapped up in the conversation that I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing on stream. So that was sealed, sadly. We started off so good. it seemed like we really had a very sound deck at the very beginning of this, and then it just all fell apart. So we got those, and we're going to get... Sadly, we're going to be just shy of the gems we need to do another one of these things. So we are going to claim our prize. Oh, well, okay, so let's go. Let's just open up some packs before we go, because I think this is going to be the end of this. Now, I'm going to try to do these more often, jump on Magic Arena. I may do these on... Originally, I was planning on doing this on Twitch, just because I do want to sort of test out streaming there. I want to see... the channel right now is in a bit of flux. There's a whole bunch of different things that I want to try and do, but I also want to keep doing things that, obviously, that you guys enjoy. Now, some people are enjoying the non-Magic related streams that I've been doing, but some people have really disliked them. So I'm still going to be producing the Mana Cave. Unfortunately, Travis and I haven't been able to record stuff. I haven't had time to edit. So the actual live sit-down stuff with Travis and I haven't been able to produce there. I'm having to reshoot part of the Zombies, the tabletop Zombies game that we're doing, which is one of the reasons why that hasn't been released yet. There's a bunch of other stuff I want to release as well, too. More to do with tabletop games and live action stuff. But it takes so long between bringing people to scheduling people to come to the studio, record that stuff, edit it, and then put it out there. Whereas the streams are more, I can sit down and do a stream for a few hours and chat with you guys for a bit. But I am going to continue to stream, I think, Magic Arena, but I may be doing that on Twitch. I'm either going to be doing Magic Arena on Twitch, and then the non-Magic stuff I'm going to be streaming here, or vice versa. Like, build up the Twitch channel aspect of it with games that aren't Magic related, and then focus more on streaming stuff with Magic here. I'm not sure. Let me guys know what you guys want to see as far as games coming up. I know a lot of you are into the channel specifically because of the Magic. And that is 100% okay. And I know there's quite a few people who haven't been enjoying me sort of stepping outside of that. But there's so many other games that I want to play. And I think some of you do just enjoy, seeing Travis and I play just about anything. So I appreciate that as well, too. But let me know, what you guys think. If you'd prefer to see like the Magic streaming here on Twitch, and then I'll stream something else on the other platform, or vice versa. But I do want to say that I really appreciate you guys coming out. Before we say fully goodbye, let's go ahead and open these packs that we got. Now, all of these are going to be new to my set, or my collection, because I don't have any cards yet. What is this? Oh, okay, well, I was going to read it, but I clicked through it, so it's been ages. First. Okay, what do we have here? Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. Okay, so the wild cards I have 21. I've as you can see, I have a lot of wild cards, but I really like being able to open up some of the rare lands, because I end up spending most of my wild cards in those anyways, and I run at a rare. Oh, great! So to taunt me, they gave me one of the creatures, which almost single-handedly helped destroy me in one of those games. So yeah, so now I'm gonna get the red werewolf, which destroyed me in that last game. Nope. Path of Peril. Destroy all creatures. Okay. Man, that seems like a really good spell. And cleave with mana value 2 or less. Oh, with mana value 2 or less. I don't like the way they did cleave, because I mean, for me, it makes it. I immediately just read what's not in the brackets. Destroy all creatures. And I always think of that as being the spell. But it's destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less, which is why it only costs 2 black and a whatever. And then destroy all creatures for the cleave cost. So still, I mean, it's a board wipe. It'd be great to get in limited. Let me just quickly catch up with chat before I go. This was fun. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming out. Bombs win Magic games. Yeah, unfortunately, in limited, a lot of the time it does. Unless you have like a super efficient deck. This one could have been, but I needed to get those flyers out early. I needed to be able to Voltron them up early. Unfortunately, there was just too many times I wasn't able to do it. Now, there's a different type of sealed event in this where you do less matches and you do 2 out of 3s. So I might do that next time if I do an event on here on Magic Arena. The new layer deck is called Heads I Win, Tails You Lose? Is that really what it's called? You can't make everyone happy. Do what makes you happy. It'll be a better show. Thank you. And that's the way I'm trying to think of it as well too. Because I mean, there are people who enjoy non-Magic content. There's some people only for the Magic content. And after taking a year off, it really gave me sort of perspective as to what I want to try to do with the channel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a channel that called No Rolls Barred. It's a board gaming channel done by, sort of headed by a YouTuber, Adam Blampier. That I would love to make Brain Pulp similar to that. But I do not have enough folks. I have enough folks who are willing to come and play board games on a game night. Not enough people want to be on camera. And I 100% respect that. But I would love to do a No Rolls Barred type channel, or like sort of move Brain Pulp into that. But in the meantime, I find streaming to be something where it's, I can get you guys, direct contact with you guys, and also produce, some fun gaming content as well too. +1, what Browncoat said. Yeah, thanks, Kent. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day. Our Thanksgiving was actually in Canadian Thanksgiving is actually in October, but Thanksgiving always falls, I think, on Thursdays for you guys, and then Black Friday tomorrow is actually my birthday. So I appreciate the Thanksgiving wishes, and I'll take that as a as a birthday wish. So anyways, I think I've yammered on long enough. I really enjoy chatting with you guys in the chat. So thanks to everyone who came out. Thanks to everyone who supported me during all the mistakes I made in this unfortunate sealed event. But still, I appreciate it. So take care, everyone. And as I slowly, awkwardly reach over and press this button, I will say good night, or good day, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you are, and I will talk to you all again very soon.